Kaspa looks like it wants to go higher here, which is great news. And Turbo might have found a bottom here, which is also great news. But there's actually more charts that I want to talk about today. Let's go. Welcome back to the Meme Coin Kaspa and Co show. This is episode 2. I really think I will stick to that format because it combines all of the content that you know and love from my channel, which is Kaspa, which is different meme coins, which is also the biggest narrative this cycle. But still, we will talk about other important projects and stuff that also, of course, have synergies with meme coins and Kaspa. So we'll combine all of the most important stuff in one format so that I can constantly keep you up to date with one video a day minimum. Now let's start with Turbo here because I have it right in front of me. As I tease, this might be a bottom. This looks like a bottom here. Of course, it's not confirmed as long as we don't have a daily close here above the blue moving average again. If we get that, this will look quite bullish. So in this case, we might pump higher earlier than suggested because most of the times when we break these blue moving average, as I told in prior videos, we actually visit the golden moving average here, which also coincides with this important support zone. But as I've just said, looks great as of now. Let's see how this develops. Now talking about Kaspa, it actually looks great as well because after we've had these consecutive candles here above this lower part of the curve, this very, very long-term curve here, which tends to be very important for Kaspa, we might be in for upwards continuation. Of course, only if we can clear this very, very important resistance, which was rejected right here just before, a couple of days before, as you can see. And also we've spent a whole lot of time here. So this will be very important to break. And let's see if we can get that in the short term. What's interesting here, and I think this might fuel the pump, is that we will get fresh capital. Because just 1 or 1.5 weeks ago, and already made a video about that, we got listed, or Kaspa got listed on Kraken. This was pretty much here. I made the video about it also here. Then just after that, it pumped pretty much the euphoria, then sell the news, but this brought us above the curve. And this is what I like to see. And now we can see, hopefully, fresh capital flowing in and supporting this pump. Because fresh capital is actually exactly what we need for Kaspa. Over the last couple of months, we don't really had fresh capital. We only had KRC20. And this mostly made us go down because capital was rotating out of Kaspa holders into KRC20 and then back and forth. So this was just a reshuffling and not fresh capital. And I hope we see even more exchange listings, which will then propel us higher. Now, before we will have a look at other interesting meme coins, and I think we have some great setups here today, let me first talk about Sui here. And Sui, you know that, is one of my favorite picks since the beginning of this channel. I've talked about Sui, all the reasons why it is probably the next Solana, and it shows that I pretty much was very right about that because look at that rally. We're not even in the alt season and Sui is going bonkers. From the lows to now, it already did a more than 7x, 7.5x. Once again, the alt season hasn't even started yet. So I'm gonna repeat that. In my opinion, this is the Solana of this cycle. Very, very powerful. Now, what's interesting here, a couple of days ago, my indicator, the Phil Prince reversal bands, printed a signal. And these signals tend to be very, very powerful and very, very important. As you can see here, the last signal was printed and we didn't get a single daily candle close below it, which is then a very bullish sign. And it showed. As we went above here and then dipped below, we just got 2 wicks to it. And it shows how powerful it is because from that point on, we've got the next big leg up. And now you can see, let me zoom in here a little. We had the next signal. We didn't have a candle close below it. We had multiple wicks. But then this daily close, which is at the time of recording 2 hours ago, it closed below. Now, as you can see, we're pumping again with this daily candle, but if this will not close above it again, then this might increase and pretty much increases the chance that we will see a little bit of a dip, which is healthy, of course, with this big rally that we've had. But if we in fact close above it again, then this is just a fake out, most likely. Otherwise, if we just close below, this might be actually a little bit of a retest here, a bearish retest, but let's see how it turns out. At this point, we just have to wait and see. So next in line is Brett, one of the biggest culture coins, the biggest meme coins we've had this cycle. And this is actually a meme coin that is very whale driven. So whales pretty much control this coin and it just doesn't fail to perform. So let's just take it as is and have a look here as well. As you can see, we've had this big rally, like a 6x, then the summer pause, similar to many other coins. And now it looks actually very bullish. Look at this. We've had this big pump here from the beginning of November, 2.5x, and now we've got one of my beloved signals here, which now consistently acts as support. So if this continues to hold and we pump up from here, and at this very point in time it looks actually pretty good, and then we start to make new all-time highs, well, then we're in for a big and beautiful pump, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. So next one for today is Popcat, and not too much news here because we are at this point trying to establish the blue moving average here again as support and pump up from it. So let's have a look at some on-chain data for this one with my token analyzer tool. This is built by myself. So this is for Solana, gives us some insights. I actually have way more insights here for Ethereum tokens and some layer 2 chains based on Ethereum. But for this one, Popcat is a Solana project. So let's see. We have basically no new wallets. So old wallets over the last days is pretty much flat. Also over the last 30 days, pretty much, only with a spike here on November 13th to 14th, where we had a little bit more price action. But as you can see, the new wallets are just following the old wallets. So there's no specific increase of new wallets, which means explicitly fresh capital. In that case, you would see that this golden line goes above the black bars. Then for the daily transactions, pretty much the same picture, basically flat over the last 30 days. Where it becomes a little bit more interesting is when we compare the plankton wallets, meaning small wallets, to the whale wallets, meaning the big wallets. Well, what we can see here, so this is relatively spoken because plankton wallets are of course way higher. So there's way more plankton wallets than whale wallets. You can see that here. So for this spike, for example, there is 187 whale wallets compared to 4,000 plankton wallets. But nevertheless, it shows us at which point in time we've had, relatively spoken, a increased action by retail, plankton, or whales. So as you can see in the beginning, this coin was mainly driven by retail. So the action was predominantly coming from this section compared to the whale section, which is way lower, which changed later on. As you can see, we've had these big spikes, 3 spikes in total, and these coincide actually, the last spike coincides with this one. Then we've had this one a little bit smaller and this one, but these really pop out here in the whale view. And what we can see is that these whale spikes, which really pop out, are important points in time. So August 5th here, if we have a look here at the chart, this was basically here. At this very bottom, this triggered a pretty sustained rally, as you can see. Then the second spike here has been on October 1st. On October 1st, this is here. Also a breather back then at all-time highs, which took us higher. And then the last spike here is on November 13th. So just like not too long ago, November 13th, this is here. And as you can see, we were also here above all-time highs at this point in time. and now having a little bit of a dip. But if this is to repeat, then this might be an indication that the rally will continue here in a bigger fashion. Definitely tell me down in the comment section if you would like me to incorporate my token demand analyzer tool for more tokens here in these videos. I really hope this gives you a little bit more insights than just looking at technical analysis, because there's just a whole lot of factors incorporated in analyzing a token. Now, what we will look at next is Bendo, because quite frankly, in the last episode yesterday, I told you that you can hit me up in the comment section and tell me what meme coins you'd like to see on the next episode. And one of my subscribers wanted to see Bendo. And after that, we will do Floki, actually. So these are the two I picked. Feel free to also hit me up again in the comment section and tell me what I should analyze tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. But let's go ahead with Bendo now. So as you can see, it's pretty much down only, which at first sight is bad. But as you can see, this is a beautiful potential bottoming structure. So we basically have this 3 drives down pattern, which is a very nice pattern actually. And as you can see, we've had this on the downwards trend here as well. 1, 2, 3. And this is actually an interesting pattern, especially because in this case, it pretty much is mirrored. So of course, this is just way bigger than here, but still, this is a very interesting chart. I don't remember seeing that in this fashion actually. Looks a little bit artificial. I just gonna be honest here, but still, this might be in for a nice pump here, because as you can see, very, 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 very strong support and resistance zone. Got rejected multiple times. And the more often we approach this zone, the more likely it is to break. And we actually have a lot of projects right now at long-term resistance. And I expect all of these projects to break out to the upside in the near future, because alt season is looming. It's not gonna be too much time left till alt season hits. And looking at all of these charts, this makes the picture even more clear for me. So once again, this might be a beautiful bottoming structure. Also, you can see here, there is a signal here from an indicator, and we've got 2 bullish retests on this one. So let's hope that we approach it once again, and at this try can break out. We'll of course keep monitoring this. So this will be interesting to watch, of course. Then let's head over to Floki, because this was the second pick I extracted from my comment section yesterday. And as you can see, well, I covered Floki a couple of days ago actually, together with Bonk. This is, in my opinion, also in for upwards continuation. But in this case, and this also of course depends here on further reaction of my signal level here, we're still above it. We're still beautifully accumulating above it. But as soon as we might have a close below it, then this is pretty much, I've also drawn it in, this would be the perfect retest zone. Because this, for one, is the 0.382 of the recent move, which is a predominant fib level for a dip within a strong uptrend. And also, as you can see here, this is an important support and resistance zone. So these coincide. And if we will go down, this is the level I'm looking at. It's also possible, of course, that we will continue up higher from this point, but this is too early to tell. So I will wait for a candle close below here or above. This is the only thing I can say here at this moment. Because, and this should be obvious, we're not doing fortune telling here. I am not a fortune teller. We're just looking at setups. And the more obvious a setup is, the better. Because we are just reacting to the market. We're just reacting to what the market offers us. And if there's nothing offered to us, then we just wait. That's the thing. That's trading, that's investing. And that's how you do it. Everyone else that offers you as a dear viewer certainties is just lying to you. But that should be quite obvious. So just as yesterday, what I really want to emphasize here, you have still the chance to join my free WOP, which incorporates one of my indicators for free, which incorporates a whole trading course for free, a community, and so on. There's already 217 people in there, and this offer will change in the coming few weeks. So do make sure to secure this offer because it won't be free after that. And in order to get that, you just have to join my free Telegram group. Link is down below. And in there, you will get the link to join this here. But most important of all, don't forget to subscribe to this channel here right now. You don't want to miss the next episodes. We're heating up. The alt season is near. The big gains are near. This is one of these chances that comes every 4 years. And as we don't know about the future, you want to make sure to make the best out of this time. I hope I was clear on that. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.